Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So today in this short Dorico video, I'm going to do a little update to my NotePerfomer in-depth on how to use it here in Dorico in a way that you can customize it to get even more out of NotePerfomer. Now, if you're like me, I use NotePerfomer all the time for my basic playback, and this is a way of squeezing even more out of this fantastic sound set. So let's check it out. So normally when you play back a project in Dorico, you're going to have all of your NotePerfomer playback come out of a couple of channels like this. Now you can see in my solo voice track and in my bass guitar track, that's where all my playback is coming out for all of my instruments. Now this is okay because it gives us only one or two sliders to deal with, but it makes it really hard to add effects and do anything else. But there's a superpower here we can use in NotePerfomer so that we can actually send our playback back to any channel we want. So let me show you this. So in a project like this, you can see I have a couple of different NotePerfomer instances, as well as I have Synthesizer V, which is my vocal synth. Now, like I said, normally when you click on the E here, you're going to be presented with everything that is being played back through NotePerfomer in this first 16 channels. The other NotePerfomer is the rest of the instruments in our project. Now, again, normally you're only going to see it in the channels that are in the one channel that this is first assigned to, which in my case is solo voice. But if I click on this little settings button here and I scroll down to set stereo outputs, you can see you have single stereo output, or you can have separate stereo outputs. Now it does say that it needs high CPU, but compared to my modern MacBook Pro, this is nothing. But when I click on this, you can see now it's actually going to send this trumpet sound to channel 10, this one's 11, this one's 12, and so on and so forth. And if I go into the other version of NotePerfomer, and if I was to click on the same thing and set my outputs, you can see that it'll now send it to separate channels. You can also see if I click, I'm actually able to assign a different playback channel to whatever I want. So if I want to send this instrument to a different channel, I can do that. So from here, all I have to do is go back to the beginning and hit play again, and you're going to see all of my faders in Dorico are going to start bouncing.
Baby, I'm you.
So now you can see I can do all my panning, leveling by instrument here in Dorico, as well as I can turn on effect sends. So if I think the lead alto doesn't have enough reverb, for example, I could go ahead and I could click on this one right here that says FX Plus and add an effects channel. And then that would allow me to go down here, turn it on, set a level. And then over here, I could click and I could go down and let's go to one of my Steinberg plugins and let's grab pitch shift for fun. And we'll do the Octavator, which is an octave doubler. And you can see here, if I bring it down where we can see it, I can go ahead and I can just turn up that octave doubling, and using the solo controls of Dorico, I could go ahead and click on lead alto, solo it, and when I play back, you'll see it will only play back that channel. So this is a great way of customizing it because now I can do EQ and other inserts on each individual instrument in NotePerfomer rather than doing sort of a blanket thing across it. The other nice thing is, again, I can now do panning law here. So I could go through and I could make a whole bunch of adjustments to my panning to improve the quality of my playback, and I don't have to go into the mixer built into NotePerfomer. Now I can just deactivate all my solos, go back to the beginning, and I can get a broader pan.
Baby, I'm you.
So with this simple tool, you're able to utilize NotePerfomer much like you would a standard VST instrument, where you're able to affect each individual instrument separately in the Dorico mixer. Again, even though it warns you about high CPU, I haven't had any playback issues, but if you are working on an older computer, you might notice a little bit of a performance hitch. So again, thank you so much for watching, and check out my videos coming up. I'm actually moving to a new studio space, so you're going to see some exciting new stuff as I get transitioned into my new space, and I can't wait to show it to you. So check back at the channel, because I'll be moving here quite soon. So again, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.